Hi, Taurus. Welcome back. Welcome back to my Crow Tarot. I'm just double checking, Taurus, to make sure I'm live. And then we're going to break into your reading. This will also give you, anyone who's live now, a chance to come into the reading. Okay. Picking up on your love reading, what you need to know at this time, Taurus. If you are in. All right, turn down my volume real quick. If you're in there, say hello. Yep. All right. Hi guys, sorry we were so very rudely interrupted yesterday, Taurus. I had some channeled messages for you, and then we're going to finish out your reading from yesterday. I titled your reading, Go Tell the Bees, Taurus. Go tell the bees your good news. Go tell the bees any news that you need to convey to them. Last night, I literally had to stop your reading because I had some bees come into my office last night. They flew in through my window that was open here, and because I was filming at nighttime, I have a beehive in my backyard for my bees, and my mom and I take care of them actually, and because the light's on, it looks like the sun. So it makes my light very attractive to the bees, and it only happens every once in a while they'll get through or they'll come in. You have that one stray. As Taurus, that your light shines bright, you're attracting your abundance with the bees. Given that, whatever that may be, with hard work, with students, with whatever the case may be. Let me see. Did I get a notification? No, I did not. Which means you guys did not get a notification. Let's see. Well, Taurus, whatever needs to be said here, I feel like will simplify. Your only message right now is to simplify. And that was coming through in your channeled readings from last night. There's a bigger message also I wanted to get through in regards to the documentary that's featured on my channel. For those of you who became a part of my channel because of that documentary. And I listened to another reader earlier today. For her privacy, I'm not going to say her name, but she was incredible, and she cut to the heart of some of the stuff that came through in a dream I had last night, as well as just some energy that was coming through for you this morning as I was meditating on your energy and just recalling the accounts of stuff that happened to me in my dream. And I had a dream about some people that we know, if we're all familiar with the Exposed documentary, which is featured on this channel. I had a dream of people that we are all familiar with. And it was revealed to me that I was shown the snake eating its tail. And the snake eating its tail is semblance with the world card, which are cycles, major cycles of the world card of the major arcana, cycles closing. But this snake wasn't eating its tail, it was regurgitating its tail, which is telling me that there is a cycle that is being undone. And what that cycle was, Taurus, about 2 weeks ago, channeled the message of that the fates had just given you scissors. And Taurus, I don't know if your reading is the right reading to tell this information to, but those who are meant to find it will, I guess. But it's about cutting the cord of shame. And what we don't realize, maybe what you don't realize, Taurus, is that you were carrying around a shame that was not yours. It had been projected onto you. And it was showing in your cards last night. If I remember correctly, Three of Swords, Five of Cups, Ten of Swords. It was pretty heavy energy. Pretty heavy energy, I think, for you. Uh, and it was like you were working through this energy. Ten of Wands, as a matter of fact. Ten of Wands, Five of Cups, Ten of Swords, or something like that. Anyway, I have to relook at it. But someone tried to dump their shame onto you, Taurus. And you could have been carrying around an element of shame for the way you handle situations in the past, the way you maybe even handled work, things like that in the past, how you had to survive. And I'm feeling this energy of there's been a survival element to you. You've needed to survive, and because you were not getting the support you needed at the time, Taurus. And I have to be quite honest with you guys, like I don't get any support here either from my channel, and I've been on YouTube since 2020, since the end of 2020, and I haven't grown nearly as fast as some people. And it's nothing against these people at all. I'm saying the amount of it's almost like what the energy is, Taurus. And what this reader said to me that I felt was just so perfect. It's like you have a light, Taurus, that has been planted in the wrong space. You have a light and you have a seed that has been planted in the wrong garden. Your garden cannot sustain you where you are. Not because maybe they don't want to, although sure, some don't want to. Some don't want to see you bloom in the garden that you were planted in, Taurus. That is most definitely the case. But it's just like if you would just change the environment in which you were living or which you were planted, it's like you would grow automatically. You would. Some of you really actually would grow like weeds. And it feels that way here too. In regards to the Exposed documentary, and I'll probably have to just do a separate video on this, suffice to say, not even suffice to say, sadly to say, there's just not enough support right now to continue promoting the series. We ran a little Indiegogo campaign, but it only garnered a couple $100, and that's unfortunately not enough to complete the series at this time. But, however, there still is movement forward. I desperately want to be able to complete this series, but there's just like the support you need right now. And maybe I myself am just kind of feeling your energy too right now. It's just not there. It's not there because you're in the wrong space, Taurus. I'm feeling this energy for you. And not all of you are going to resonate with that. And at this time, I have to tell you, remember to only take what resonates and leave the rest. It's time for you to be very, 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 very direct with what you need from the universe and state it out loud. So many Taurians I know have a beautiful, glorious light to share. You're meant to share it. But you can't share it if you're worried day to day how you are going to live. And I feel that coming in heavily for many of you out there, myself included. I can't show up every day to do what I know in my heart is important, and I feel it, and I was called to do it 3 years ago, and I've had to kind of stumble just to survive, frankly, just to live and just to produce. And that comes from support. Like literally, I'm in here by myself for the last 10 minutes talking to myself, right? And you guys will see this later, and hopefully those of you who watch this video at a later date or sometime, whenever, just like it. That's literally all that any of us are asking for here on YouTube is to show support by liking our videos, or because we know, and we know not everyone can do monetary. If you can, if you're in a position where you can donate and stuff like that to a cause, please do, and do it to the causes you support. But if you're clicking on a reading, or if you're visiting a reader and you know this person is showing up, making something their full-time income, or their full-time their job, whatever, even I am trying to do that. I would love to make YouTube my full-time thing here. I would love to show up every day with messages. But I can't when the support's just not there. And you can't, Taurus, when you're, and I feel that many of you are energy workers, light workers, healers, things like that. You were a storyteller last night in your reading before you were so rudely interrupted, Taurus. But I feel like it's like you are this magnificent seed that was planted again in the wrong garden. You need to, it's no one's fault. Okay. You are sometimes a product of circumstance, but you're here to have a human experience, and it's not wrong to ask for correct compensation where what is needed for you by you, because we came here to have a human experience. We are here to have this human experience, but this also means having our needs met while we are here to do this work that we are here to do. Okay. Hi, Elizabeth. Thank you for commenting, and thank you for the heart. And thank you guys for chiming in. I haven't even really gotten into the reading, so you're just on time if you're just tuning in. I'm just channeling some messages that came through for you last night, Taurus. Some people that we all know, if you are here from the Exposed documentary series, which is featured on my channel, some people that we are all familiar with came to me in a dream last night, and it felt like your reading was literally being attacked last night, as all these malfunctions, internet, and same thing started to come through last night. Then I had a dream about them last night, and in that dream it showed me that the snake was regurgitating its tail, and spirit was literally giving these people a frickin' ass beating. It was not nice. It was not pretty. It almost was not pretty to watch how spiritually whipped these people were in this dream. And I didn't have to do anything. I just witnessed it. Literally. But anyway, that's how I feel, Taurus. Whoever tried to oppress you in the past in your light, they tried to put their shame onto you. They wanted to make you the bearer of their shame. How energetically did you align with that? Sometime in your life, you aligned with this idea that you had to bear the pressure of others. Somehow you were this innocent little child, but maybe you grew up in an abusive household. Oh, well, we choose these lifetimes that we're in. You're right, we do. And we also have free will. Everyone has free will. But sometimes we don't choose the environments that we are placed in. We choose the vessel. We know the soul. The soul is guiding this vehicle that we are all in. But we get placed into the wrong circumstance. Taurus, you are a beautiful starseed light that was placed in the wrong circumstance. Okay, you were placed in the wrong environment to grow, but now we need to retend to your garden, or we need to plant you in new soil. That's literally what was coming through for you. Finish what you start. Also, Taurus, finish what you start. Show the universe your level of commitment to yourself. How do you show up for yourself? Even if when it looks like on the surface, nothing is pushing forward for you, no one is giving you support, can't even get people to like your fucking videos on YouTube because something in them doesn't want to press that button to tell you that they support you in what you are doing. There is a level of shame that for some reason they love you, but they don't want to support you for whatever reason because they have this guilt. There is guilt for whoever needs to hear that message, okay? They don't want to. These people, what I'm sensing for you, and why maybe you were being given your scissors and asked to cut the cords entirely and to say, no, I do not accept the blame that you are putting onto me. I do not accept the burden that you have placed onto me. Those are for your shoulders. That's why your shoulders hurt. That is the weight that you must carry for the choices that you made. You do not get to dump that onto me. Okay? Take what applies there and move on. Taurus, that was your big, big message. Let's close out your reading from yesterday because I was really upset that we didn't get to. We're going to draw a whole new spread and let's see what's happening here. We have opportunity on the bottom of the deck. If that's the same message that wants to come out for you, we'll see. Thank you all for tuning in. And guys, all 4 of you, almost 5 of you who are in there, if you would please like the video. Show that you support the reading by liking it. Thank you. That's what I'm talking about. This very thing right here is literally what I'm talking about. How do you show up? I'm a reader, guys, and when I watch other readers, you know the first thing I do? I like their video. It's etiquette. When I walk into someone's house, depending on what their customs are, I take my shoes off. You know, I knock. I ring the doorbell. I introduce myself. Hello, my name is Ebony. I'm a tarot reader on YouTube. And I've been here for quite some time. And a lot of you come to watch my readings and you return, but you give no support whatsoever. And I'm here to tell you, I have messages to share. I would like to continue to share these messages, but I can't if I'm not getting the support. And the only support I'm even asking for is a like on a video. This puts my videos into circulation so that they can be seen by other readers. I'm not telling you, or by other people, or by the people who need to see them. If nothing resonates here with you, then click off. It's that simple. But if you're going to stay and if you're going to absorb messages and keep coming back, then please like the video. And I'm not the only one, guys. I'm saying this for a lot of tarot readers who I know are also going through the very same thing that I'm going through. So, and some of you clicked off. That's fine. You're not meant to be here. All right, Taurus. Go tell the bees your good news. What's the good news for Taurus? This came out, same cards last night. Truth. Maybe I just spoke a truth. Maybe that's exactly how you're feeling too, Taurus. And voyage. Moving away. Being carried into another place. Taurus, you are this beautiful light. And something about sound too, and sound frequency. Also, whale spirit has been heavily coming in on a lot of the readings. But Taurus, you are being guided into a new environment. A new environment where you will prosper. Go with the winds of change, with the truth that is pushing you in that direction, even if it is one that is hard for you to hear. Maybe you need to sit and absorb for a minute. That's openness. The moon. We will read one of these cards here for you. Okay. You know, I'm just going to ask for your energy today, Taurus. What are you sat in? Because if there's a person, great. But I'm feeling like it's really about you. And feel your frustration. Woo, yeah. Shadow work time. I gotta do it too, guys. Trust and believe. And that's the thing, you know, admit you have faults. You're human. Of course you do. You're here to traverse these waters, traverse these emotions and not hide from them, and not pass your guilt off to anyone else, not pass your burden off to anyone else. These are the burdens of choice that we carry. That was partly your message last night too. All right, what are you sad in right now? Thank you. Ooh, Avenger. Avenger. Desire to balance the scales of justice. Yeah, righteousness on behalf of society or oneself. That could very well just be me coming through. I don't know, but I feel this energy and it's coming through. Now the shadow attribute of the Avenger is resorting to violence in the name of a cause, which is what we definitely don't want. Don't resort to violence. Don't resort to getting nasty to get your point across. Or I'm not saying don't stick up for yourself, and certainly stick up for yourself, stand up for yourself, okay, where that's concerned. Detective on the bottom of the deck. Great powers of observation and intuition, desire to seek out the truth. You do have a desire to seek out the truth, just so long as we're not falsifying any information. Let me know if you're dealing with a Libra. Libra also feels like it pulls out the scales of justice, right? It's a detective energy. It's the law, right? Karma. Karma coming in for a visit to say, hey, where have the scales of justice not been balanced in your life? And how do we want to fix them? Talk to the universe, because I can also feel like you feel like the universe hasn't been showing up for you. It's almost like it dropped you off at daycare and left you there. That's literally what it feels like. Now, I get 2 messages with that too. And sorry, I'm talking a lot, just channeling coming through. It's almost like Spirit was saying, hey, look, we just got you out of a really intense situation. So you just sit right here for a second and chill out. Just chill out for a second, Taurus, while we go fix some mess over here, okay? While we go sort out this mess back here. We're coming right back, but we just need to drop you off here for a second so you can chill out. Chill out, because you just went through a lot. Athlete and the child. Some of you have children who are athletes. Some of you are these children who are athletic, or you're meant to have an extremely successful athletic child. Or that's a lot of energy. Oh, look at that. This came through in the Leo reading, so let me know what you're dealing with. Vampire. A vampiric essence that tried to leech off of your innocence. This child healing. Some of you are athletes, by the way, or you were extremely athletic as a child. You did sports. You shined in this way. Okay. Could be the person you're dealing with. There is a dark energy around that feeds off of this light, right? And they feed off of what you don't know even about yourself. So for those of you who were children placed in abusive situations, households, incomes where it felt like you could not rise or you could not grow due to circumstance, you were an innocent child. What did you know about the dark? Nothing. You needed to know about the dark, but you were a child at the time. No one's allowed to feed off of your light anymore, Taurus, and you may need to make that explicitly clear to the universe. All right. Princess of Wands, Page of Wands. Good news on its way to you, Taurus. The Hierophant. Spirit coming through. What you need to know. Speak clearly. Simplify. Simplify. That's also could be a spiritual teacher, an educator. There are a lot of students here. A lot of children here. You could be receiving some kind of a message. Also got from like a former educator. People from the past, yes. Do you want to heal those relationships? How were you educated as a child? Yes. Okay. Education. You are a product of your environment. No. I believe in control the environment, but I was raised Montessori. All right, Taurus. Your energy, current, 7 of Wands, resistance, little, age of resistance, 7 of Wands. But also standing up for something, 5 of Swords. Slander, gossip, lies, arguing, battling. I don't agree with you. I don't want to agree with you. People not understanding you, right? Choosing not to understand you, even when it's perfectly clear. Even when you mean no harm to anybody. It's also how you room. How do you read a room before you? I feel many of you doing that. Many of you are empaths. You read the room before you even go in it. You have to read people's reactions to you or the environment before you even feel safe to go in it, because you're trying to look, and I'm not laughing at you, I'm laughing because of the uncomfortability of it. So I have to transmute the energy that way. It's looking for the best avenue of escape should you have to, but also be careful not to run from your own feelings when you need to confront them. You need to address this thing that you keep pushing down, this fear. He's by himself here. Okay. So this is internal. It is a little internal. It's something you picked up. It doesn't feel like it belongs to you, but for some reason you're carrying it. I don't know why, Taurus. Whew. The Lovers. Okay. Choice time. Choice time. Gemini energy. What are we conflicted about? A significant choice. Maybe something to do with a partnership. How do we look at relationships? Involving children? Someone has this dedication to push their boundaries, maybe even to push your boundaries. Someone needs the space to be independent and to shine in who they are. That just feels like a side note on the reading. 5 of Pentacles. All right. Well, there's the breakage. So we're put out in the cold. We 5-5 energy here. We definitely feel out in the cold from this. It's funny though, we have 7-5-6. So the number order is a little out of place here, but 7-5-6 could be a significant number for you. You may want to look up the angel meaning or the spiritual meaning, numerology of 7-5-6. To conclude, there's been a breakage in a partnership here, a significant one. The Lovers is the most significant connection we can have in this lifetime. So that is with a soulmate, with a child, a parent, a partner, of course. There's been a breakage. There has been a breakage where that's concerned. Maybe even an intentional one. maybe even one that you had to make the hard choice to break it yourself. You did come in at the very beginning of your reading to show me there's movement happening here. Someone is relocating, or maybe you live at a distance from your person, or one of you is going to have to for a little while. Could be to job circumstances, that could be job loss, whatever the case may be. It's feeling that disconnect, but also, again, someone wants you in your head to think that you are disconnected from yourself, from your choices, that you don't have any choice. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. That is the resistance, recognizing this choice that you have. Okay? Avenging yourself. This is worldwide. Some of you also work undercover. I just got that. Okay. You work undercover. All right. There is a detective in the house. Like the video if you're in there. Thank you. All right, person. What's happening in his life over here? Princess of Swords, Page of Swords. Watching, observing. Little message, maybe. Prince of Swords, Knight of Swords. All right, well, that elevated sequentially. The princess to the prince, the knight. I also like to see the Knight of Swords as sometimes it's like Archangel Michael energy. It's authoritative, honest, true, direct, fast communication. It's correct. There's some secret, maybe something you wrote down in a book, Taurus, something you wrote, or this person, or wrote about this person, or they wrote about you. They recall imagery. They look at your photos. They're watching you. They're watching you as you speak. Literally, as you speak. They're watching right now as you speak. Okay. That's funny. All right. Play on words. Anyway, 8 of Cups. They're watching you walk away. Someone's watching the other walk away. They're having this discussion. Do you move away? Do you walk away at this time from this connection? From a child? We do have a page here. You could be having a significant conversation with this person about the future. Maybe there's a child also on the way. I just got that. Okay. There's a child on the way. What is going to be the future for this child in your life? Literally, a child. The Page of Pentacles. The Princess of Pentacles. Coming right out. It's a lot of children on the deck here. It's a lot of people, too. Someone's walking away. Someone is walking away. But not. He's not walking away. But he's got nowhere to go. That's a message. Someone's got nowhere to go. Maybe the to walk away, but can't. Maybe the feeling is because that ship is torn apart behind him. The feeling is that he has nowhere to go. The ship has long sailed. He's kind of stuck right where he is. He's stuck. Kind of. It's not right. It's not fair even, but that's how someone feels. If this is your child, someone feels very stuck, and you're having to have some very honest communication with them about their future and where they're going. Okay? But there's new. It could be to do with a small business. Maybe you want to start some kind of a business with this person. They want to start something with you. It feels immature right now. It feels like you're just getting things started. There's some, and we have whale and the baby whale here. There's some kind of movement that's happening. Again, maybe it's the wrong place, the wrong environment for you to raise a child, to do this endeavor, whatever the case may be. That's what it feels like for somebody. All right. Be open to new ideas, to new possibilities, to where you're being led, and trust the guidance. If you ask for it, you will receive it. Three of Cups in the mutual, and also kind of the future prediction here. Three of Cups. A new community. A community. I don't know if it's new, but Seven of Pentacles. Okay. So this is the community then that there's no growth in this in whatever environment you're in, Taurus, with this person, there's no room for you to grow here. Seven of Pentacles, this particular Seven of Pentacles is heavily about its failure. It's just stalled energy. It's not going anywhere. There's no growth here, if anything, and for things dying, So also, yeah, you don't feel the love. Maybe both of you don't. You're not feeling the love from your community. Got it. You're not feeling the love from your community until all of a sudden there was love. Okay. Ace of Cups. Still got 4 cups here, though. Got 4 cups here. Dissatisfactions. Dissatisfaction, Taurus. Just not growing the way you want. Okay. All right. Quit the pity party. Not that you wanted one or wanted to have one. 3 of Pentacles. Yeah. About your job, your work. It's just not growing the way that you want it to go. You have a skill. You're also needing to develop a skill and working well and working better and working and learning how to do that. 9 of Swords. It stresses you out. This environment stresses you out. 9 of Swords. The Ace of Swords trying to pop in there. How does this end for Taurus? What's the advice, please? Advice for Taurus. No, clear jumper. Clear jumper, please, for Taurus. Thank you. Nine of Swords. Bullshit. Going to carry that stress, or are you just going to stay stressed? That's what they want you to be, is stressed. Don't do that. Accept a new opportunity. Ace of Pentacles. Now, the 9 energy in itself is going to tell me progression. 9 and 1 is also direct communication from higher realms, archangels, the guidance that you need. Something is stressing you, and maybe you're being thrown into the fire to light your ass on fire to make you realize that, to get you to take action on something that you need to take action. But see, the thing is remember, spirit is going to nudge you in the right direction. Your ego fears darker energies, things like that. Projecting on you is going to say, hey, make this decision, this choice from a place of fear, Taurus. Okay? Don't do that, by the way. Never do that. Never act hasty from a state of fear. This is how we ruin connections. This is how we ruin relationships instead of showing love. 2 aces coming in for you, by the way. Ace of Cups, Ace of Pentacles. Tending to our seed, right? We need to plant this seed in a new garden. Go tell the bees where you want to plant this seed. Hermit energy, go within. Going within, Taurus, to do the work. Hermit, you shine a light. You shine a light back down at the world. Remember that. The Hermit, which is that investigator, by the way. Okay. Shines a light back down at a situation to call it out for what it is. That's evidence, in case you needed to know that. You've got evidence for something to present, possibly, should you need to. You have pictures, proof, car insurance, okay. ID, yeah. Our material possessions, the Ace of something to do with work, at work, with the Three of Pentacles here. Something you were building. Could be also a public platform. YouTube, again. There's a snake. You're cutting off the head of the snake. You're cutting off the snake. The snake, as I was channeling at the beginning of the reading, if you go back and watch this segment, the snake was regurgitating its tail, which is the cycle that you were in coming undone, Taurus. This energy that you were stuck in is regurgitating itself now. It's coming undone, okay? So that you are not going to be stuck in this energy. This is, again, what wanted you to be stuck in. Not recognizing that the way to get out of this is to show love, is to show just gratitude and appreciation for the universe and how it's helping you, and to see it. Now, it's not possible to do that 24/7. Of course not. And you need, and that's also the false deception, where we kind of run into a little bit of like spiritual bypassing, thinking that we don't need to experience our negative emotions. Yes, actually, sometimes we do. We do need to experience them so that we know how to transmute them. Sometimes it's better to get that ugly out in a good ugly cry, if you know what I mean, and go shed that energy rather than hold it inside and keep it bound up and tied up and the weight on your shoulders and in your stomach. Many of you may have noticed you're having like gastral issues, or doing a lot of excessive belching, or you're having gut issues, trying to heal your guts, things like that with food and stuff like that. So why is that important? These are just symptoms and signs of things that you're noticing in your environment that are also contributing to your state of dis-ease, okay? Should you be in this energy. What should Taurus do about this situation? What should Taurus do next? Ten of Pentacles, baby. Okay. Well, that makes sense. When we go from 9 + 1 is 10, so you're moving in the right direction, Taurus, which I like to see that. So all of a sudden, there's an inheritance, there's a windfall. That's Taurus. That's a lot of money. And look, he's typically we see the 10 of Pentacles featured as some kind of a couple, kids, and it's happily ever after. But here, someone has literally done it themselves. They have built their entire foundation on their own, which is cool. Now, if you do it with family, great. Nothing wrong there either. But this is nothing to hark at. Someone did it on their own, and they should be proud for that. You did it on your own, Taurus, and you should be proud of that. Yeah. Big time. Might be seeing doves as well. You're moving into the 10 of Pentacles, which does mean money, inheritance, a windfall, opportunities, lots of them, by the way, are going to be coming to you if you're not moving into these energies now. Something to do with shipping. I'm seeing something like a fulfillment room, packaging room. Some of you could work for I'm getting mail. I'm getting packaging companies. What's it like? Amazon, UPS, or whatever, postal services, things like that. Or you need to ship something, so you could be getting shipments. Yeah, shipments. Oh, yeah. Taurus, go tell the bees what you want because they're bringing in your shipments. They're attracted to your light. All right, Taurus. Let's pull some thoughts. Get some thoughts on the reading. What do you want to say to this person? I'm also getting something that because you're a storyteller and you were in your last reading, Taurus. This is why you literally got 3 readings on my channel right now, back to back. You're a storyteller and you need to remember the stories from your childhood. That's partly it. Something about a child of yours that is destined to become some kind of major athlete or athletics or an Olympian. Go check out Leo's reading if that's the case. Leo was dealing with the Olympics, which was pretty cool. All right. Something with the Olympics, Taurus. You're a fighter. You're a sweetheart. Yeah, this sweetheart packs a punch. All right. What would you say to your person? What do you want to say to your person? Or in general? I replay our last conversation over and over, playback. Yeah, remember I was saying someone looks at your pictures or there's conversations being had. It flipped in reverse, which might mean that the other person's doing this with you. Doesn't have to be the case. Take what resonates, flip energies as it applies. I replay these conversations in my head over and over and over again. Maybe you need to also go back and look at the memories so that you can remember them and recall them. There's something about you needing to do that. What else? If there was some kind of gossip or lies being spread about you, Taurus, people are going back and re-examining, like, why did they come to the source? You notice the integrity of people's character, Taurus, when they immediately disown you. It's like they get word or gossip about you from someone else who, for whatever reason, doesn't like you or is out to smash you or smear you. But they never come to you directly to understand, to get the counterpoint of view. Why is that? Because these people were never really your supporters at all to begin with. They wanted to see you fail, just as the person who was out to make you fail. They were okay with watching your downfall because they didn't want you to outshine, right? So just something about that. But it's also about these people, maybe people who didn't know, who just got the information, false information from other people who had no clue who you were, but already had a made-up conception about you. That's coming in strong. A made-up conception about you before they ever got to know you. That is also, I feel like, being either addressed or it's being rectified. Like, if someone wanted to know you, they should have just come directly to the source. First time watching, and the first thing I did was like your video. I totally get what you're saying. I wish you so much love and abundance. Thank you. Thank you. Love yourself first. I really do appreciate that. It's the first thing I do too. Anytime I click on a video on YouTube, if I was inspired to click, I like the video. I don't know if I'm going to get anything out of it, but I support the creator. And that's all I'm doing. That's all I ask for. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. All right. What else, Taurus? I've got good messages for you. Head over heart. You're making a head over heart decision. So you're being very logical. I do struggle to express my deeper feelings and emotions. Why is that such a, it does feel there's some disconnection there. Maybe because you fear the choices that you've made in the past. Is that it? There's something about that. The most significant love we have in this lifetime, whether they want to call that a twin flame, sometimes it's actually really with ourselves. It is ourselves. The twins, but it's a mirror. It's a mirror of us. What did Aristotle say? He said, "What is a friend?" Right? A single soul dwelling in two bodies. If we would agree with that or not. What is a friend? Okay. Yeah, learning the truth changed me forever. Bleeding heart. So there was a truth here. Someone learned a truth and it broke their heart. And maybe learned something that was completely false and made up about you, Taurus, and yet, you know. Maybe whatever the case is, the situation broke your heart. Is a truth you learned that changed the way you saw something or someone forever. Okay. And maybe I'm not getting like a terribly aggressive person here. If anything, your person's kind of showing up as a child, maybe even a child athlete. But this could be you. This could be your childhood state too. Doesn't matter. There's some honest conversation that you're having with yourself about why you walk away from significant partnerships, from the relationships, maybe even the ones that scare you. All right, person, what do you want to say to Taurus? Show me clearly. Unexpected income. Money comes to me easily and effortlessly. Amen. Sorry. Taurus, you can't tell me you don't agree with that. You're a Taurus. I know you do. You know what's interesting and why that message of shame came in? And it was coming in on your reading. I was literally interrupted twice for you yesterday, Taurus. We're doing a third reading for you today, right? Twice your message got interrupted. Why in the sign of Taurus? We just moved out of the North Node in Taurus, right? And we're in the North Node as an Aries now. But why in the sign of Taurus did this interruption want to come through when you're here trying to establish independence and your security and your foundation, right? Think about that. How can you grow and become your 10 of Pentacles and become the Empress, abundant, beautiful, plentiful, and give the way you're meant to give of yourself in this world to people you care about? I don't care how you choose to do it. The point is you're here to do it. But you need to be planted in the right soil to do it. So why in the energy of Taurus, the bull that runs our stock markets, do we decide to interrupt Taurus's reading and make them feel insecure about their foundation? And carry the weight of that shame and that guilt that does not belong to you. It doesn't belong to you, Taurus. It never did. Some of you it did. And you know who you are. But not this one. Thank you, Ryan. What else will this person say for Taurus? My heart will burst with want to see your face, Mr. Rochester. Jane Eyre. Now, for me, Jane Eyre, of the Bronte sisters, everyone leans towards Wuthering Heights. Okay, I get it. Cool. Byron. Heath. I was more of a Jane Eyre person, but that's just me. Anyway, Mr. Rochester sees Jane for the first time since you left, right? But he's been blinded and wounded from the fires, from where his foundation, his home burnt down, right? When he went to try to save his ex-wife. Yes. Yes. Oh, okay. Stories. Story time. Jane returns to him, but he can't see her. He's lost the sight in both of his eyes. So, His heart literally wants to burst with the desire to see her. And that is what your person is telling you. You might receive an unexpected visit or a call or a text message or communication from someone who very, 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 very much misses you, Taurus. Now, what you choose to do with this information is up to you. But what would this person like you to do with this information? Yeah, I was not expecting to find someone like you. Someone like you. Keep me satisfied. Someone exactly like you. Mm-hmm. It's a good movie. It is your soulmate, too. Oh, dear. Oh, no. Taurus. There is an unspeakable bond between you and this person, your dear, dear, dear soulmate, who you have stress about. Do you? Do you? Do you? You feel like your relationships just plummet and burn, but the universe is trying to say, hey, no, they don't. Show them love, Taurus. Show love. Show that love to yourself. And when you nurture the love properly with yourself and the divine first, hey, look what you attract. The right kind of soulmate in this lifetime. All right. Message. Here he goes. Final messages. What you would say to each other, by the way, is that you feel like you are both your soulmate. Mm-hmm. Oh, Taurus. I'm coming home, coming home. Tell the world I'm coming home. Oh, no. Coming home to the right home. Some of you want to go home and you need to relocate to your home, to your original home, or where you consider home, Taurus. Also, you're getting alien visitors. I have to tell you that. Nope. Clear jumper. Clear jumper for Taurus. Thank you. I told you they miss you. They miss you. You miss each other. Yep. Walking away was the worst decision I ever made. Oh my God, Taurus, your person's going to break my poor little heart. I told you. Someone walked away, but also someone had nowhere to go, right? 8 of Cups. 8 of Cups ain't no ordinary cups. 8 of Cups. There's a lot of cups. 8 of Cups, honestly, are some of the saddest cups in all the tarot to me. Because that takes time, dedication, commitment, and energy. You literally give your all to someone or something in a connection. And for you to still choose to walk away. Oh, I felt that. Walking away was the worst decision I ever made. Now, the only message, Taurus, that I really want to stress on to everyone is where it concerns you walking away from a toxic scenario where something was abusive in that way, you made the right decision, okay? But for those of you, and this has been coming through in almost all of the readings, learning how to cut cords is significant. And trust me, it's significant for someone, myself included in this reading. But learning how to lean into the relationships that serve equally important to your growth. Learning how to lean in to the truths that are spoken to you, even maybe when you don't want to hear them, is what's going to be important to your growth here. Okay? All right, Taurus. One more card. You're being moved in the right direction. Oh, dear. That was your card. Oh. Recognize despair as an opportunity. Yeah, so if you're feeling backed up against the wire, against the weight of your own emotions, or this person is, 10001, you might be seeing that on the clock. Recognize this as your soul to grow from this circumstance rather than hide from the circumstance. I don't feel like you are, Taurus. I don't feel like you have a choice, honestly, in that matter. Maybe some of you don't. That's rough. Okay. Last message, please, for Taurus. Show me clearly for Taurus. Oh, dear. You heard it here first, Taurus. The time for romance has come into your life. See it as an opportunity for a radiant life. Number 22. Master number 22. 22. Let us read, Taurus. Let us read, shall we? All right. What do you see when you look at the card? Do you see purity or innocence? Do you hear the soft, almost imperceptible whisper of the wind? Awesome. Do you hear the sweet bird song? See the golden light of the sun as it descends in the sky, at once saluting the sky and bidding farewell to daylight. Far too long since you gave yourself to the romance of life. Your mind, your sensible side, is always fighting against it. Listen to your soul, which is letting you know that it is time to surrender. The queen of the roses, the king of the ivy, the colors of the rainbow. Clothe yourself in the light of the stars. To keep the following path of your soul, you must allow romance a firm place in your life. It will make you pause for a moment and show you the world through the eyes of a lover. Only then will you recognize true colors and radiance. Only then will you be attractive to all that you want to attract. Then your innermost magic will unfold like the scent of a rose that is both entrancing and healing. Make a conscious decision to act upon it. Day by day, you will see how your life becomes richer, more radiant, and easier. And Taurus, if you resonate with that message, the signs for that you are attracting this romance right now into your life, your power animal is the hummingbird. The herbal essence oil is the healing crystal is rose quartz for love. And of course, the master number is 22. 22 is your master number for this reading. And 22s are about relationships. The lovers. Taurus, I'm leaving your reading right here. I hope you found messages here. Thank you all so much who chimed in for the live and gave your support and feedback and good loving energy on the channel. Please remember to like this video if something did resonate here with you today. And thank you so much for your support. White Crow to future readings, Taurus. Until then, my friends, take care.